Hello everyone who remembers the noughties and was in fact alive during that time. But if you weren't, don't worry, you're welcome as well. I am Border, also known as BorderRRR, and welcome back to Command & Conquer 3. I've covered this game on the channel before. I've done 2 live streams on it, so... Have I done a 1-hour video on it? I don't remember. But anyway, CNC game, I think the last, good one. We don't talk about Command & Conquer 4, but anyway, I wanted to talk over this game. This is Kane's Wrath, by the way, the expansion. But I wanted to moan a bit, because I really wanted to cover on this channel the Talon mod, which is a mod for the original Command & Conquer 3, which is one of my favorite RTS mods of all time, because it just balances it in a way that I think makes the game so much better. And it is my favorite kind of mod, in which that it changes only what it needs to, and it doesn't go completely ham, and it's focused on balance, and the game actually being fun. And I couldn't install it, for whatever reason. I don't know why, exactly. The latest version of the mod, I just couldn't... It didn't have an installer coming with it, so I couldn't figure it out. Maybe I should try again at some point. But yeah, that's just me bummed out by that. And to explain what the Talon mod does, it basically... Well, to start off with, Command & Conquer 3, like a lot of RTS games, in particular, starting back in the early 2000s, RTS games in general just really focused on very fast-paced gameplay because they focused on multiplayer, right? So, I'm not sure exactly who is to blame for that. Probably the developers and the player base, and mostly just Blizzard and StarCraft. But Command & Conquer always kind of had pretty fast-paced gameplay, really, so... yeah, so basically it was all about the rush, and Command & Conquer in particular had a bit of a problem that the freaking tank rush was the way to go. It's whoever rushed like hell and built the most tanks and just made things happen, like winner, winner, chicken dinner, right? You'll notice that's not what I'm doing. That's because I'm stupid. I'm trying to, rush with infantry at the center and stop people from getting the Tiberium spikes and all that, and it doesn't go according to plan. But anyway, what was I saying? Alright, so the Talon mod changes that and reintroduces more rock, paper, scissors gameplay into CNC3. So basically, base defense. One of the biggest changes, the ones that I really like, is that base defenses are much stronger. So basically, there's a rock, paper, scissors. Like, to beat the tank rush, you have base defenses. To beat base defenses, you need artillery. And to beat artillery, you use tanks. And that's roughly the main rock, paper, scissors of the gameplay, so to speak, with that mod installed. And it's just way more fun, it's way more interesting, there's more variety in the strategies. Like, what I'm doing right now would be working a lot better in the Talon mod than it would be in, CNC Kane's Wrath right here, because, base defenses would be a lot better, and, yeah, it's, I don't know. I'm not sure what I was smoking during this match. I think mostly what was happening is, I'm a little bit out of practice. It's been a while since I've played this. So, yeah. If you want to see more of this, by the way, there are 2 live stream VODs on the channel where I played this game. They're still there. They're not going anywhere. You can get multiple games within 2 hours. It's quite fun. Yeah. I personally would prefer to play the Talon mod over the expansion here, simply because, the expansion, it's I don't know, there's a thing with expansions in games is that they can't change too much, because, game developers have to worry about, annoying the wrong people, so to speak, which basically means annoying everybody, and, yeah, modders don't have to worry about that. They can be just screw you, I'm making this for free, I'll do what I want. I'll do whatever I like, thank you very please.
Unit under attack.
Okay, so, But yeah, let's talk about the gameplay right here. So I've mostly done a pretty good job of holding the center here. Some close calls here. By the way, this is just medium AI, because apparently I don't think I'm good enough to like do hard or brutal just off the top of my head. So yeah, this like what was I talking about? Let's talk about the Talon mod a little bit. One difference here is that I wouldn't be able to have the riflemen dig their little bunkers with the Talon mod installed, because that requires a tech center, but it's also free. Oh, I should mention as well that the Talon mod makes the factions play more differently than they do now, because in vanilla CNC3, and in the Kane's Wrath, really, like, you gotta be real, guys, is that the factions all pretty much play the same way. They just, you know, it's a bum rush with tanks, hoard the Tiberium, and, that's it, basically. And, like, there's not a hell of a lot of strategy and nuance there. But, in the Talon mod, GDI is kind of slow and ponderous and quite defensive, hence their ability to, like, have their infantry dig free bunkers. Which actually means that riflemen stay useful, like, even in the late game, because they can just, you know, they can just dig bunkers hither and thither and all over the place. And this actually is like, yeah, this would be a very different game if it was the Talon mod. The rushing would not work, like, ever. But yeah, what was it? What else is there? Alright, so Nod is, like, sneaky, and the Skrin are fast. So the Skrin kind of take over Nod's old role of being, like, fast, fragile, hit-and-run kind of thing. So, yeah. Like, the Nod is all about stealth, is all about, like, laying mines. GDI doesn't get mines anymore because, you know, they're ostensibly the good guys, and good guys don't use mines. Superpowers of the real world, by that I mean the United States, China, and Russia, do take note. The good guys, they don't use mines. And there goes my bunker, because freaking buzzers, man. That is something I did wrong on this, is like, you can't rely on garrisoned infantry for absolutely everything. Partially because, well, yeah, it's just when the buzzers show up and when the flamethrower dudes show up, that's a bit of an issue. And, well, my front line just crumbled there. So, bit of a problem. Really, I should have put that outpost just right in the freaking middle and just kept, like, propping up watchtowers hither and thither all over the place. So, yeah, that would have been nice. Construction complete. Enemy unit sighted. I kind of want to play this again. I want to play this again, but different. Exact same game, but different. Oh, let me tell you about my dad, who I'm very fond of. My love of real-time strategy games comes directly from my father, who played Age of Empires, well, a hell of a lot. He still plays it, like the original Age of Empires 1 expansion, Rise of Rome, and he only plays one game, like one saved game, which he created years ago, and he just keeps playing that. And it is just, he plays that because, like, he just loves how it goes differently every time. The AI back in Age of Empires was actually a thing of beauty. Like, the thing was a learning algorithm before learning algorithms were a thing. And this was in, like, 1995, I think, the original one came out. So, yeah, it's like, it was magnificent, and it really is a different experience every time. So yeah, that's what he does. That's where I get my RTS. Not only my love of real-time strategy games, even though I don't really play them recreationally much anymore, that's basically what this channel is. It's a way of, like, incentivizing myself to, like, go and do that thing I like doing. Again. Because it's just good, man. You just gotta... It's just good. RTS is good. It's not very accessible, unfortunately, which is why the cool kids don't really do that much anymore. Do it that much anymore, I should say. So, yeah, but also me love of history. I love history because of Age of Empires. And one cool teacher I had in high school, who, in hindsight, probably was having an affair with one of the students, so maybe he wasn't that cool, you know? Maybe he wasn't. Kinda creepy to think about. How did we get here? Uh-oh, suicide bombers. Nobody tell Germany, they don't like that thing in games. It's interesting, like... Right, let's talk about, like, Germany's censorship policies, because it's weirdly strict, at least by the standards of, like, other countries. Suicide bombers are off limits. But, you know, the other things... I do wonder, like, wow. Also, really, I timed building that anti-aircraft cannon, like, perfectly because of these little bloody annoying storm ridey little dudes. Yeah, boy. Also, like an idiot, I put it over there and I should have put it somewhere else. But anyway, I do wonder, like, I need to go check, like... I'm just gonna Google here. This is what I do in these commentary videos. I Google things. Let's go here. Oh no! The suicidal men! They blew up my thing! Alright, so... German video game censorship. Let's go to here. Where do... Alright. Don't mind what's happening on screen right now. We're just losing horribly. Thankfully, I have the EMP. That's actually incredibly useful. Alright, so let's go here. When was this written? This was written back in 2015. Alright. So, this is... What have I found? Like, this is University of Oregon Scholars Bank. Interesting. The censorship of German video games. The effects of national sensitivity to violence in entertainment content. By Hannah Mueller. Date 2015-06, which is January, February, March, April, May, June. June 2015. Hell of a year. Germany is one of the strictest censors of violence among the world's video game consumers. Due to its history and a cohesive national opinion, the legislature limits content severely, much more severely than the surrounding European nations. This results in international developers choosing not to market in Germany, creating censored titles specifically for the German market, or finding themselves on a list of banned titles illegal to buy or sell. However, with the proliferation of online shopping and availability of international products, the banning of violent content from German video games is somewhat ineffective. The anti-violence measures tailored to video games become demonstrative, essentially a stance of the German government to not endorse graphic gore in gaming, without taking preventative action that may violate personal rights. My thesis, this is Hannah talking, like, just a reminder, it's Hannah talking. My thesis provides a survey of the German video game community as well as an examination of game support. Okay, alright, got it. I want to know what they see in... Alright. Alright, German Command and Conquer censorship. What did they do? Command... And... Alright, flame tanks in me base. Command and... Conquer. Command & Conquer Generals. Alright. Alright, the original uncensored version was banned because of the imminent start of the Iraq War at the time. The intro was removed. Oh, this is Command & Conquer Generals, by the way. Not CNC3. The intro was removed due to real-life political references. In the German release, every human in the game was changed to a robot/cyborg, and the USA was renamed to the Western Alliance. But it was fine to bomb China, I guess. Tank division. Let's go Command and Conquer 3. What did they change for the German market? What did they change? Alright, let's go censorship. German censorship. Oh, right. Alright, so the Fanatic... Oops. Alright, so this game did get a censored version in Germany. Cool. I mean, not cool. But like, oh, cool, we're finally counterattacking, damn it. Alright, so the Fanatic unit was renamed Demolition Expert and the icon was censored. The cable and manual detonator of the bombs, which was originally attached to the body, was replaced with a bomb that is held by the character with a timer. In the German editions, the Fanatic unit is not a suicide unit, but drops an explosive package then vanishes. Oh, that's just lazy. This was made only for the release rated for ages 16 plus by the USK, but not in the 18 plus release, which is the Tiberium Wars Kane edition. This does not affect the gameplay, however. And the Fanatic unit also no longer is able to die in its own explosion, and the Atom Nuke was replaced by an Aurora Nuke. Interesting. So, yeah, in this game as well, the German government was like, "This is unacceptable! You will not depict suicide bombings!" But everything else is apparently fine. You know, all the murder. I guess if it's too close to real life, I suppose? And the friggin' Skrin are, like, stealing my bloody Tiberium, and it's, like, really upsetting. Also, I think I end up putting that Guardian turret somewhere completely different. Hooray! Victory! Railguns, I love. Pretty sure, like, real-life railguns don't leave trails like that, but who cares? It's really fun. It's really fun and cool. And honestly, this is what I mean by tank spam. Like, I just, you know, got to a point where I just have just enough predators. Alright, you're gonna have to run over them flamethrowy people. It is actually kind of interesting. The AI is kind of clever. You'll see that those flamethrowing troops, they went for the pit bulls, which are the lighter vehicles. And, yeah, they didn't go for the tanks, because they wouldn't be able to do much against it. Also, there is a hilarious thing that the... tripod. There is a hilarious thing that the AI does. The GDI AI, specifically, is like, they will send a slingshot, and they'll go park it by, like, you know, the production structures for, like, your aircraft. So they'll just automatically shoot things down, and there goes my bloody pitbull. I lost all me pitbull, lads. Whee! And there's just a devastated warship, no biggie. Also another, getting back to the Talon mod, which is what I wanted to talk about in this whole thing. Boy, and there I'm like, damn it, I need to build one of those again. Brrr. See, that's the thing, is like, in the original CNC, GDI's, like, what do you call it, anti-air was kind of bad. And that's why they introduced the slingshot, and that's just kind of lazy, honestly. It's just like, here's a dedicated anti-aircraft unit. So what the hell are pitfalls for, then? I mean, apart from stealth detection and just scout craft and all that stuff. And this is the point where, like, I think I can do stuff. And zap. Man, I just love railguns. And this is kind of the problem with CNC as well. CNC 3 in particular, less so CNC Generals, is that infantry are really friggin' useless. Like, past a certain point in the game, there is no point producing, like, regular infantry. And they just stole all my frickin' Tiberium, didn't they? And... zap. Finally, this. And... I'm like, Zap, zap, zap. Zap, 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 zap. Man. Come on, Cockajay. Like, I've been ragging on, like, CNC a little bit, or at least vanilla CNC and this expansion. It's good, man. It's fun. It's so fun. Remember when games were fun? Because, like, they're fun right the hell now. I don't want this channel to just turn into a whole bunch of me, like, being nostalgic and, like, being all like, man, games were better back in the day, because that's not strictly true. You gotta be aware of the nostalgia goggles. Damn, those things are dangerous. But anyway, it's like, I just want to cover, like, RTS and roguelike and RPG that is good, regardless of, like, how old or new it is. I don't think I don't get to fire that bloody ion cannon. That's a shame. But yeah, so, like, if anyone can, like, you could suggest newer games to me, I will cover them on the channel, no worries. I'm happy to do that. Also, I guess, apropos of nothing, if you want to just hang out and talk about retro games and stuff, I do have a Patreon. I've never plugged it on this channel before, but it's actually was made for my other From the Depths focus channel. Most people watching this probably knew that channel first. But just so you know, for about $1 a month, you can at the very least come hang out with me in my Discord. It unfortunately has a money gate, because I've learnt the hard way that public discords can get out of control really easily, and I don't just want any Yahoo just rolling in just because they can, because that happened when I ran a public discord. There were people joining it who had no idea who I was, had never seen my content, didn't particularly care to watch it, and they were just there like for the lol, so to speak, and those are the people who are kind of the worst, because they're just, I don't even know, man. It's just like, you know, you should join an online space if you're actually interested in what the online space is for. It's like, you shouldn't just rock on up and expect, and do whatever, you know? It doesn't feel polite. It feels rude, as a matter of fact. And now we finally have the mammoth tanks and the juggernauts and all that kind of stuff. It is, I don't know, I was complaining earlier that, like, RTS games are essentially too fast. And that is a valid complaint, but also it is nice just to have a 20-minute game, and then it's over, and you can get on with your day, and it's all just hunky-dory and beautiful. And, yeah, that's nice, but also, you know, it's like, sometimes you do want it to be quick, you know? Sometimes you do. What I'm saying is that I want everything all the time, all at once, and there's no satisfying me. I do remember when I first played CNC3, I tried to spam juggernauts, and that doesn't work very well. They have a specific job to do. They are artillery. Also love their animations. It is a little bit of a bummer that what do you call it? That the explosion effects from Juggernaut shells aren't bigger, but what can you do, you know? This is me remembering to turn the UI off for maximum coolness. Whee! Yay! GDI! 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 Walkie walkers. I don't know why I said that, that was strange. But anyway, that's basically CNC3 Kane's Wrath. You can really go places. We talked about an old mod I can't install. We talked about German censorship of video games, which basically doesn't count for much because of online purchases. And yeah, so much stuff. I love doing these commentary vids. They're actually really fun. But anyway, that will do it for this commentary vid that was really fun. I hope you also found it fun. And if you can figure out, if you have CNC3, the Steam version, or the original version, if you still have that old CD DVD burning a hole on your shelf somewhere, and a optical drive, geez, those are rare these days, do give the Talon mod a try. It's really good. It's like, honestly, I think it's a valid direction that RTS development could have gone in, and I'm kind of sad that it didn't. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Please like and comment, and subscribe if you want to. And I will see you in whatever game comes next. Farewell!